Hi, and welcome back to this new video of IQ Messenger. In this video, I will demonstrate to you the many features the IQ SmartApp has to offer to get more control of your business processes, as well as increase the safety of your employees. First things first is we will need to log in. You can manually add new accounts for your employees, or you can automate this by using the Active Directory to directly sync up with the employees and the respective roles, to which you can grant privileges to enable certain features in this app. Now let's log in with Jenny. It takes a few seconds, and now the app will send a message to the server, checks what permissions Jenny has, and sends it back to her. So now that we are in, you can also see this based on the icon in the top that says connected. We can then see all the features available, and I will dive into this in just a few seconds. One of the things that I will show you first is group assignments. In IQ, you can make multiple groups for multiple reasons. A group can be a location or a certain set of people, like emergency response team or technical staff. What you can then do to easily assign yourself to a certain group or location is you can swipe yourself on there. So now you see me, I swipe the emergency response team, and I will get all the alarms that are linked to this team. Say I'm working in the morning on site A, I can send myself to site A, get all their notifications that's going on there, and once I am done there and I go to site B in the afternoon, swipe myself on to site B, and I'm all set. One of the additional features that you can use for group assignments is by using certain NFC tags. You can place these on valuable sites to you, say at the entrance, and once an employee gets in the building, he can hold his phone next to the tag, takes a few seconds, and I'm connected to this site. This means that I will get all the notifications from this site to my device. Once I'm done, I go to the red one, hold my phone there, just a few seconds, and as you can see, I am now disconnected and I will no longer receive any alarms from this site. Now, let's look at a temperature alert. What can happen is that in your machine park, things get too heated, maybe there's an oven that's getting too cold or too hot, and you want to get a hold of that before bad things happen. What we can do is we can connect to the IoT sensor that measures the temperature, we can connect to the SCADA PLC software that you use, or any other different type of solution, and we can integrate it into our app. So now, for instance, I get a temperature alert, as you can see. I can click on that and get the relevant information. I'll accept this message, meaning that the other operators will know I've received this message and I've accepted this, and those alerts to them will get erased. We call this erase on response. Now, what I can also do is I can check out the camera feed that's linked to this oven to see, hey, maybe I can see something, as well as click here, and I'll get a connection to a oven manual. And in this manual, I give the operator the know-how how to fix the oven, get it back to the right proper amount of degrees of Celsius, and things can get going right away. Another great feature of IQ is the ability to use barcodes. With this Zebra device, I have a built-in scanner that lets me scan barcodes, QR codes, and all kinds of other things to get unique identifiers out and get that information loaded right into the app. So let's say oven 6 has a malfunction, I can just whip it out like this, I scan it, and it gets loaded into the app. What I can then do is send out the alert, and this will go to my coworkers. In this example, I will also send this out to myself. I can open it up and I can see there's alert. I'll accept the alert, and now the other operators will get the message deleted. We call this erase on response. And then I can quickly tap and I can get the oven manual in. And from here on out, I can quickly assess situation, get things going again, and everything should go smoothly. Another great thing IQ does, more than just receiving and sending out messages, is the ability to send out actions. I can perform things from the app that have impact on the real world. Say I have a barrier. This barrier is manned during the day, 5 days a week, but during night shifts or weekend shifts, I do not have this option. So, should a visitor arrive in the night or in the weekend, I do not want my employees to travel all the way over to the site, check what's happening, and then click the button to open up the barrier, I want to make this process more efficient. Here you can see I get a notification someone's at my barrier. I open it up, and the first thing I can do is check out the camera feed first. So I click on the camera feed, and as you can see here, I can check out who's standing outside of my gate. Is this the expected visitor, yes or no? After which, I can then also make a video call to the intercom system. And in the intercom system, I can also use this keypad to send out a signal, and the signal, based on the key that I've enabled it to, will send out an open command to my barrier. So I press the one button and the barrier will open and my visitor will get in, all from one app, just standing where I was. In IQ Messenger, there are tons of ways to make your alarms unique. You can add vibration, ringtones, color, and unique icons to each alert. This helps you to differentiate between what is critical and what is non-critical. Say I'm an operator and I want to do some work that I do not wish to be disturbed by any alarms that come in. What I can then do is activate the busy mode. I can also set the timer for how many minutes I want this to happen. Let's say 5 minutes, and I swipe and it's on. From here on out, I will not receive any alarm that isn't critical. This allows me to focus on the job, and once I'm done, I can see what alerts I have possibly missed and keep on going with my work. In the SmartApp, I can not only receive certain alerts, I can also make them and send them out to my colleagues. So let's say there's a calamity going on, bad stuff has happened, I need to notify people. I can easily tap on the calamity. I can also add more information into the text field if I want to, send it out, and for the purpose of the video, I'll receive this, you hear the ringtone, I accept the message, and I can then click on the icon and get a call going. This sends the call out to everyone else that's nearby, and we can all get in a conference call and we can have a conversation about what's going on, what's the deal, and from here on out we can make a plan of action to tackle this. One of the other features within the IQ app is to keep track of all the alerts that have happened. We call this the history. In the history, I can see what has transpired during the day, and I can use this to communicate to my other coworkers. Say I run multiple shifts, I want to inform them what has transpired, which machines have broken down, any other hazards that have potentially happened, and want to inform them about that. I can easily look through this, see when I've logged in, I can see all other kinds of things that have transpired during the day. I tell them that, and once I log out of the device, all the history will be gone. My coworker can log into this device with his own credentials and start with a fresh slate and ready to begin his shift. An additional great feature within IQ app is called the personal security. Within personal security, I can enable lone worker mode. Lone worker means that whenever an employee goes to a location that's outside my coworkers, and but he does want to feel safe, he can use this feature. I can slide it on, and from here on out, I'm able to keep track of my employee. What I can also do is use this button on the side, they call it a panic button on the Zebra device. I can hold it for a few seconds, and it will trigger an alarm. I can use my other phone to accept this alarm and call back. This will enable a video call to the man down. From here on out, as you can see, there's a functionality going on. We have a video call established, and I can hear what's going on. I can talk to the person that's fallen down, and from there on provide the adequate response and help them out as soon as possible. I have just shown you how to use the extra button on this device to trigger the man down alert, but let's say I'm using a device that doesn't have additional buttons. What I can then do is just hold the panic button in the app itself for a few seconds, and this will trigger the man down alert, and my coworkers will know something has went down with me and help will be on its way. I've just demonstrated to you how you can physically activate the man down alert in two different ways. Either by additional button or by holding down the panic button. But let's say something has happened to me that I'm unable to do it myself. Then it would be great to use an automatic feature for that. I can lay down my phone for a bit and I'll pick it up in just a bit, and this will trigger the man down alert in just a while. But good things first, it doesn't instantly send out the alarm. There could also be a false alarm first. So as you can see now, there's a countdown going on set at 15 seconds in which I have time to stop the alarm from going out to make sure I don't give a false positive. I click stop pre-alarm, alarm gets stopped, nothing happens. And should I let this alarm tick down further, reaches 0, then it will start the same procedure as I've shown you before. IQ is a great tool to improve communication. What we've also enabled is to give each and everyone within your organization their own number. We call this their SIP number. You can use this to directly call to them or even make a video call. What you can then also see here in the app is a list of contacts, people that you need to reach out and get a hold of. So let's say I want to reach Charlie White. I can click on Charlie. I can see his direct phone number as well as his email address. And should I press on this phone key, he will start a connection and call him.